Sharon G here from Slushbox, and I am speaking with David Aqua Asare. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Sharon. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you. I was hoping you can give us an idea of how did these almost books get started?
Oma's books, yes. Well, actually, about 20 odd years ago, it's like my daughter was in elementary school and she was having a little bit of a problem with reading. She disliked the really large words that were in some of the books that she was reading. And so I thought I'd try to help her out. Dad's got to fix everything. And So based on other children's books, I decided I would create some three-letter word books for her to read. Something simple. I thought it would be fun. And so I created some three-letter word stories, and had her read them. It was interesting because she read a couple of them, and it was, oh, after a few tries of those, she seemed to have gained a certain amount of additional reading confidence, if you will. It wasn't long before she decided Dad's books were boring, and she threw my books out and went back to reading her school books just as any other kid would. It simplified it made it easy for her to be able to read the bigger words because she had gained so much confidence from reading smaller words. And basically, that's how it started many, many years ago.
Wow, that's beautiful. Did you draw pictures with it, or like how did she just
Oh,
start with a three-letter word, or did she start with a photo or the alphabet or
she started with books that had absolutely no pictures. And actually, I'm
wow.
glad you brought that up because, like I said, I mean, I did start these books about 20 odd years ago. And over the years, I have showed them to many of my friends, including a lady who was a kindergarten teacher. And at that point, I didn't have any levels of reading. I had pictures and a nice three-letter word book. But she told me that for someone who has never read an English book, even three-letter words might be a little bit difficult. So I took the whole concept of what I had in the three-letter word books and I broke them down to where I created four levels of reading
Okay.
with three-letter words. Those she liked. And also, being as I'd been able to break them down into four levels of reading, it became a lot easier for for children, first time readers, to get familiar with what it is they're reading in level one. And we reduce the amount of repetition as you move up. So by the time you get to the fourth level, which is the actual book, you're reading.
Wow,
Yes.
that's wonderful. I'm just curious, how long do you think it took your daughter, like from inception of you teaching her or supplementing her teaching and her saying, I'm done with these with my dad teaching me. I've got enough, legs to keep running.
uh, she didn't have to deal with them for very much more than a couple of weeks, and it was something we did at home. Dad would write a story or two, and she would read them. But after a few sessions, it was really interesting to go up into her room one day, which I did, and there she is reading all these books with much larger words, and she seemed confident about it. That was what triggered me to continue making these books.
Wow. Instilling confidence. One three-letter word at a time.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, if people want to learn more about what you're up to with these books, is there a website they can go to?
Oh, yes. We have the omersbook.net. Remember, .net as
Okay.
opposed to .com. And omersbooks.net is my website. I also do have a Facebook page where I track what I'm doing, and that would be facebook.com with my full name, David Aqua Asari.
All right. Well, I look forward to sharing more of your mission with the world and hearing more about what you're doing next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Done. Boom.
Stop cloud recording. Okay.